feet wet in exercise science because that was my background, what I went to school for. And this kid's mom came up to me when I was working at a gym, and she was like, "Hey, listen, my son, his name's David. I think you could work with him. You could really help him." And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" He has cerebral palsy. He can barely walk. He can barely talk. But I just think you could really help him. Seeing what you're doing, you're working out, you're doing all this stuff. So I met this kid and fell in love with him, you know. I would have to grab around his braces because he couldn't really stand, and I would help him maneuver around cones. And we attached these bands under his arms so he could almost squat, freestanding. And I would help him like kick a ball into the soccer goal, and he would miss 9 times out of 10, you know, but he celebrated every single time like he made it. And I was like, that's so cool, you know. He came home one day and he was like, "Chris, these kids are making fun of me for the way I talk and the way I walk." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll drop kick him in the throat." You know, like before I could finish my threat, though, he pretty much said like, "Oh, it's okay. They don't define me." You know, at Disney Coronado Springs, there was like 2,000 diabetics and families of diabetics at this event. And I had spent all day with this one family, specifically this girl had just got diagnosed. And I bought her a hat and stuff, and it was so cool because I was there for a week long event. It was super, super awesome with all these families. She followed me around like a puppy. She was like 11 years old. And we were walking down this long corridor. I was still hiding my hand. At the beginning of my speaking career, I was still hiding my hand on stage, you know? We were walking down this corridor and she grabs my hand over my glove and I just like froze. I'll never forget this moment. And she's just like swinging it like a kid would, you know? And she looks over at me and she's like, "It's okay. You don't have to hide around me." And that, like, that wrecked me in the best way possible.